For example, this stream is called Eat the Sun, which I think is terrible advice. You shouldn't tell people to do that.
Ah, Rain, thank you for the hydrate there, my dear.
It looks so peaceful knocked out.
Hey, that Skylar guy is here now. This is the Skylar Guy theme song. It's not very long. In fact, it's ending now. It's over. Hi, Sky. Oh, is he dead? Sky dead?
I am now.
You are dead now, or you're here now?
Dead now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
He's dead, though.
I'll miss you.
It's a recent. I wanted to say discovery, but
You're just now figuring it out?
it's like advancement. What's the fucking word?
A new chapter, a new... Is the word you're looking for frontier?
Development.
Okay. You forgetting the word development reminds me of that day I forgot what a DVD case was called.
So I currently have some new Cheeto flavor in front of me. They have like extremely hot Cheetos that are like Carolina Reaper Cheetos, and then they have Ghost Pepper Cheetos. But they also had a different one that I got that was Tangy Chili Fusion. That's pretty tasty. And I'm doing Oscar Isaac's thing of using chopsticks to grab them because I'm also gaming. And it saves your fingers from being gross.
You want to know something I love about Spider-Man, the game, and also Miles Morales? If you're web swinging, the way you web swing is you hold R2. And you can also press X to go in a direction. If you rotate the camera, you can also change your direction. So pretty much, besides the like actual directional key, like you know, the trigger, you can pretty much web swing with one hand. Like literally, you can just use the camera to move. It's not like the best if you're aiming, but I've done it before while eating with the other hand, and I've gotten where I'm going. So you can totally just web swing with one hand.
Kind of reminds me of when Bayonetta was first being marketed, and the developers were very cheeky at one point because they were like, "Oh yeah, we've made it so you can play this game one-handed if you get too excited."
All right, drained it. Feeling good. Now for the others.
I hate that. I love that.
I love
but
it.
I hate that. I feel like Bayonetta would love it.
Oh yeah. Maybe not
by
the
the
Bayonetta from 3. That's Christian Mingle Bayonetta, as people have come to call her.
By the way, Sebastian is good to be added in.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I have him as a friend or not.
I can probably add him, right? Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah, you should be able to. I don't think it's like restricted or anything like that.
Okay, well I'll do that real fast. Screen's gonna go whatever color it goes on PS5 for a second, chat. I am still somewhat new to PS5 streaming. There we go. Fuck you, assholes! Time to die! Oh wait, I didn't use my move. Die now! Die now! There we go, I've killed 2.
I want someone in the army or the Marines or whatever to just yell that. I did the wrong thing! Die now! Die now!
Well, here's the thing, Elvish. If I ever join the army, I assure you that will happen. Either that, or I will be thrown out of the army because they don't like it when the soldiers talk while they're killing people. Man, these guns are loud. They're really loud guns. We should get quieter guns.
It's ironic because pretty much every soldier is equipped with a suppressor, and they're still loud.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the suppressor, not because I'm against it or anything, just because I'd forget to. We know what would happen.
You know what suppressors are actually for, right?
Suppressing?
But what do they suppress?
Cool, chipping away.
Welcome in, Seb.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't
They're
know
actually for suppressing the flash, but they also reduce some of the sound.
Really quickly, you guys, is my fan like bothersome?
No, you're good.
I can't even
Nope,
hear it.
can't hear it at all.
Nice.
Trying to find this waypoint I have and get rid of it. It's bugging me.
That is a
Fucking
cool looking
waypoint.
tree.
Oh no, I'm in a mission, so I can't get rid of it right now. Damn it.
Permiso. Spider-Man coming through.
I found some of those swamp trees that like have a really like weird root thing where all the roots kind of like grow out from like the center of the tree and then stretch into the ground.
That shit looks cool as fuck.
Yeah, those trees are cool.
Oh yeah.
Found a bunch of them in this area.
I thought you meant real life for a minute. I was gonna say, take me.
I mean, there might be some down the road. There is a bit of a swamp down the road.
If we go into one of the towns we live near, not trying to dox myself, but we could go to the drive-in, and I think there's like some weird trees there, sort of towards the side, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't think they're like swampy trees. Although
I think I know what you're talking about, but
there's a place in my town that has, it's like a little bog. It's not dissimilar to like a tiny swamp. It's like a baby swamp.
Oh, babies.
Yeah, that's where Shrek goes before he gets all big. That's like his kindergarten swamp, if you will.
He's chilling in the swamps.
By the way, have you guys heard about
found Shrek the Third earlier.
You found it?
Yeah, I
Like-
found a DVD of Shrek the Third in my house.
Oh, the way you said it, I thought it was like, finding religion later in life.
Yeah.
I have found Shrek the Third, and it's changed me for the better. Shrek the Third was bad, right? That one was bad?
me and Maddie watched through them like a year or two ago. I didn't think any of them were awful. Might be a hot take, but
No, I think I'd agree with that.
I didn't care too much with the fourth one or whatever.
I kind of liked it. Maybe it's because
parts I
Rumpelstiltskin is
did
such a
like.
weirdo.
I liked the fluter, the flautist. That guy was
The Pied Piper. It's not a flute,
Yeah.
Skylar. Fucking pipe. But have you guys heard that How to Train Your Dragon is getting a live-action remake?
Of course it is.
Ew.
Yeah, I feel like Disney's a bad influence. Now every animated movie is gonna get a live-action remake.
I don't know if DreamWorks is gonna do that right.
Well,
I don't know, maybe they'll do it better than Disney because, Disney, was DreamWorks' competitor for a while.
here's the thing.
Or
On one
DreamWorks,
hand-
the other way around.
On one hand, I think a live-action movie with a bunch of dragons flying around and the settings we've seen in How to Train Your Dragon is pretty cool. On the other hand, I'm so jaded by all the Disney remakes at this point. Like, even the best ones, even the ones that are good, aren't, like, good. They're just less bad. Also, Sky, I think it's doing the echo again. Oh, wait, no, it stopped that time. No, wait, there it is.
I don't know what the fucking echo is about.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know why it does it. One day you and I will figure it out and we'll fix it. With science
Thank you
and
for the hydrate,
shit.
right?
How was your day, Sebastian?
A bit frustrating, to be honest, but that's okay.
Did you kill anybody?
My life
No.
pretty much all the time.
My day definitely had its fair share of frustrations as well. I think it kind of evened out at the end, though. Audra dragged me all around town for a little bit, though.
I went to Danny's graduation and his graduation party. Did he tell you about that?
Yeah, he told me you were there. I unfortunately couldn't make it because I was in Alaska.
At his graduation party, it was really awkward. He, like, we had like a half hug, which was very uncomfortable for me.
Was there love in it?
I don't know. I couldn't tell what he was doing. Like, he like came at me and had his arms up, and I didn't know if he was like just trying to.
So I punched him.
Well, no, I didn't. Like, he had it angled in a way where I don't know. It was an odd angle. He had like one of his arms around my waist. It was weird.
Rain.
Maybe Danny just doesn't know how to. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe he doesn't know how to hug.
It was like he was coming in for a wrestling grab. See, that's the part where the confusion comes in. Where he just comes in with like a fucking suplex out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What would you have done if he just suplexed you?
If he I would have destroyed him.
On his graduation, while he's still in the hat and the gown.
At his party, he was just wearing like a hoodie. But yeah, I would have, if he would have, I would have loved. That would have been better than the hug.
I tried to get him to like buy like a costume from Party City for his graduation. Because I always really wanted to do that, but like I said it too much and teachers took steps to stop me from doing it. So I tried to live out that dream a little through Danny. I was like, you know what, they don't know you're gonna do it. They can't stop you from doing it.
Yeah, I see what you mean, Rain. I kind of agree. There are occasional cases where I will absolutely say, yeah, I'd bang that robot.
Occasional?
That was the way to the main auditorium. Now it's blocked. Oops.
Could
You
you
mean to
imagine
tell me
Mass
you're
Effect
not a
as
medley?
A medley.
Oh. There is a Mass Effect
droidy?
MMO. It's called Star Wars: The Old Republic.
It has to be like a roby or a roboti.
Hey man, I'm thinking.
Or a techie.
Told Finn you're
I think it would
Spider-Man.
be techie.
Yo, Finn, not only did I lie about joining your club,
That's
but
techie.
I'm also the guy trying to stop you.
Okay, yeah, we can work on the delivery.
Giant armored silo looks promising.
Spider-Man. Oh yeah, this definitely doesn't look like an open area for a huge ass fight. That's definitely not what this is. I feel like I pick on video games too much.
They love to make new content. Well, that's where Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is getting a remake on PS5. Though apparently there have been reports of it getting hitting a few snags here and there.
Finn's going full supervillain layer here. Are you
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard there were 2 droids they were trying to find, but no one could locate them.
forms in there?
I got
Also,
a minor spoiler for the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh? Was it by Sony? Because they spoiled some of the movie for me.
No,
Drywall's falling
you were saying, Elvish.
Oh, I was just gonna say, there's been a bit of a update on the Last of Us multiplayer game. Allegedly, Naughty Dog has been having a little bit of trouble trying to figure out how to balance the game. And so they've actually had to pull back and start to reevaluate the way that they're making it. Which is not a great thing to hear when it comes to a game that's being made.
Especially for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a little bit now.
However, they also in the same statement did assure people that they are currently working on another single-player project as well, but they weren't open about saying what it is yet. So it's a case of where I think, almost like what happened with Uncharted 3 and The Last of Us 1, where
don't tell anyone who you are.
You told me.
One team in Naughty Dog was working on Uncharted 3, the other team was working on The Last of Us. And I think that's kind of what's happening now. Wolf from Metal Gear Rising is another robotic entity I'd bang. I haven't played Metal Gear Rising properly.
It's fucking great. It's 100% meme material, and the memes are like part of the best part about it.
Isn't there like a full moment where characters relate
Fuck
to
your
memes?
chair.
Like, this is what's
Yeah.
destroying us, the memes!
Yeah. The memes!
It's always been the memes.
Nanomachines, son.
So Sony actually spoiled one of the cameos in the movie for me with Spider-Verse, which pissed me off. Because they're the fucking company. Why are they spoiling shit?
I mean, at that point, isn't it just a
I
trailer?
said it was a minor spoiler.
No.
It was a minor spoiler.
It was literally, they were on like their Instagram and they were like, "Hey folks, here's one of the cameos and here's a picture." And I was like, "God damn it, Sony, you couldn't have just let me see this?" And don't get me wrong, it wasn't like, "Oh my God, Tobey Maguire's in the movie." No, it wasn't something like that, but it was enough where I was like, "All right, I'm unfollowing Sony for a few days." Wait, did that not work? Oh, wow, I gotta do the fucking web shit.
The fucking web shit.
Powering the generators that could turn on Finn's rig.
This is the way we swing our webs, we swing our webs, we swing our webs. Wait, there's shit here. Can I destroy the shit? No, I can't destroy the shit. This is a complication.
The shit can't be destroyed?
Not yet. I'm still working on theories on how to destroy said shit.
Ooh, that's a good line. Every point of view is useful, even ones that are wrong, as we could find a way to get to a point to understand that mentality. I forget how good these games are written sometimes.
I heard a line that was kind of cool in the Distractables podcast the other day, which I'm starting to get into.
It's really good.
It is pretty damn funny.
I've watched every episode. It's really damn good.
Oh, so you're familiar with Bob's Fridge.
I am very familiar with Bob's Fridge. There's an update later on.
I saw. The Distractable podcast. It's Markiplier's podcast he does.
With Bob and Wade, his friends. They literally be like, with they're like, you'll never know who we are. The easiest way to find us is type in Markiplier's friends.
Well, the line I'm bringing up that I thought was cool is, he said something he was playing basketball, Wade was, and he got like hit in the head, he got knocked down, he had a concussion briefly, and the wind got knocked out of him. And even though he fractured his hand, and even though he did have a concussion, he responded, "The second there was air back in my lungs, I was pissed," and then got back in the game. And I thought that was just so badass. Just like, the second the air reached my lungs, I was pissed.
Did you get to fuck your dreams, fuck your nightmares yet?
I have not. I look forward to that, though.
Alright, what are you up to, Finn?
What are you doing here, Finn?
I've referenced that podcast quite a few times, honestly. It's really good. One of their more recent episodes, they go into the physics of everything. Pretty much everything is a cannoli.
Not the theater.
What?
Roxxon Plaza.
Whoa, what?
Everything? Like a cat's
A lot
a
of things
cannoli?
are cannolis. No, a cat isn't a cannoli. Well, yes, a cat would be a cannoli. By their logic. Oh, by their logic, I mean Mark's logic.
I'm taking a new form.
Kind of reminds me, speaking of podcasts, of the Anime Man actually celebrated his 10-year anniversary on YouTube the other day,
After I deal with her glow stick army.
which was cool.
Just to put it out there.
He did a video where he said, I just so happened to be back in the house I grew up in, visiting my mum and dad, and he just did a simple video just talking about, like, this is the room that I recorded in all those years ago, and he said, you know, I wasn't really even planning to do something for 10 years on YouTube because it kind of crept up on me. He said it was not something I was really even thinking about, and then all of a sudden it was there, and I had people asking me, like, are you going to do something interesting or whatever for 10 years, and he said, there's not really much I can do outside of just making a video saying thank you, a massive thank you to every single one of you, and it was really cool.
I have no fucking idea what I'd do after like 10 years of this shit. I'd probably be like, hey y'all, thanks. Here's a dinosaur. And then I'd buy everyone in the chat a dinosaur. That would be my legacy, Kneale. The guy who brought dinosaurs back to life just because he was successful on YouTube.
Speaking of dinosaurs, I want to go to a place in like Utah that has like a wall
Dinosaurs?
wall full of dinosaur bones.
Oh wow.
I heard about a
They
place... Go ahead.
There was literally too many dinosaur bones in this area that they were like, let's just build a museum around this. It's crazy.
That's awesome. It kind of reminds me of the Last of Us 2 with the museum portion.
That was probably my favorite part of the game.
It was really fun.
Well, you know, it was kind of that sweet moment with Joel that I feel like we were all craving.
Well, it always makes me laugh when I think back to moments like that, because there are still people to this day who will claim that there was no, like, stuff to do with Joel and Ellie in the game whatsoever, which shows that those people clearly either didn't play the game or are just in denial and are just like, this isn't the way I wanted it to go.
Can't it be both? Spider-Web, Spider-Web. I do hope they take some of the suits in Spider-Verse, the new Spider-Verse, and put them into the new game when it comes out. I feel like that's probably gonna happen. I've even heard rumors, and I don't know if this is true, but I've heard rumors that, like, every suit is gonna have, like, a black suit variant, which I think would be fucking awesome, but that's a lot of development time.
Even Spider-Man's not ready for this.
Oh, is this a new enemy type? Oh, he's got a hammer.
Venom tears it apart. Good. Keep doing that.
Ah.
Stop shooting that crap.
Ah. Jesus. Alright, the hammer guy isn't a bitch. Oh wait, no, he is dead now. Never mind, guys, he's a bitch. Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Okay.
Killing everybody he can.
Okay. See? No.
Oh no! Finn!
Can't let you take that.
What are you doing here? Give me back the thingy.
I'm being the villain.
Stop it! It's Christmas!
Seriously?
I also like
Okay,
this
one of
concept.
those echoes isn't mine. I had my
Oh?
mic muted and I heard an echo.
No, that'd be from Kneale. I get the occasional echo.
Wait, it's me?
Every now and
Because
again.
I just heard Kneale twice.
Not a chance in hell.
And I heard
That's
me
good.
twice there.
Hey, Genki. Ran into...
Let me attempt to fix this. I wonder if that might just be an issue with PS5s then. Although that's never happened to Elvish to my knowledge.
I'm chasing her across Manhattan.
Or Sebastian, you're
while
not
there-
echoing.
Step one.
For a while there, I was hearing 3 echoes. But I turned my volumes a little down and I adjusted my settings, and now I can't hear a second one. So I think I might have fixed mine.
Tinkerer.
I don't hear yours.
Lower on my headset.
Not a chance in
Testing, testing. I didn't
I
hear
don't
an
hear
echo
Elvis
just
at
now.
Ran
all.
into Finn.
I don't hear any echoes.
She grabbed the new
No.
form. I'm chasing her across Manhattan. Okay. How are you gonna stop her? Step
Very.
1, capture. Step 2,
Very
Yes,
interesting.
thank you for the lurk.
move.
Maybe it
Ow!
also has something to do with the
Good.
games as well, perhaps. Maybe if something is happening in a game, it might highlight something that's occurring with your microphone, perhaps.
I have wondered if that was possible.
I also took my, because my headset has like a removable microphone. I took the microphone out, plugged it back in, see if that did anything.
Not tired yet.
I did a few things to try to stop it, but I don't hear it right now, so
It is not going well.
I think it's
trying to
okay.
talk a little bit louder so I can
Explosion.
see if I hear myself or if you guys hear an echo or anything.
You sound absolutely fine right now.
As soon as I catch her.
Agree.
Tinkerer, I gotta tell you something.
No, there are occasional times where I've talked to you guys and I've heard like an echo back of me. I'm not hearing that at all right now, whatsoever.
Quit shooting me with things, Finn! I'm trying to tell you my secret identity! Come back!
See right there, I heard a couple things from Kneale.
Yeah, see, I heard it too, though.
I'm wondering
Which is
if
intriguing.
I don't know who that one was. That's very strange. Fucking microphones, man.
Yeah.
That shouldn't really be an issue.
It's not something that I think affects the streams all that much.
I don't either.
Oh, Jesus! She's throwing saws at me! Why can't we be friends?
Because I am a villain.
Well, stop it. Stop being the villain.
Well, don't.
Did you think about that? Did that occur to you?
Darn!
Think about
darn.
daunting.
Good reason not to end you.
Darn.
These Cheetos
Got
are
to
really
gar.
My mom would be very upset.
Miles?
Can we just...
Go home. You're drunk.
I am home. And drunk.
Whoa. There's a lot of dudes.
That could have gone better.
There's a sausage fest up in
And she
here.
cracked a rib. Or 3.
Hey, how'd it go with Finn?
Ow. Ow. I broke my spider spine.
I'm actually at home. My parents get back next
Spider
week, so I
spine.
thought I'd clean.
That's one of my favorite things in the world to do. Just to do a lot of tricks while web swinging, and then let Miles hit the bottom and just break his fucking back.
Hey, Uncle Aaron.
I don't know why, the animation's just kind of funny to me, where he kind of flops on the ground.
Just
Do you remember some of the Spider-Man games when you could like
I'm
really
sadistic,
fly,
you see.
like go like do a super jump and then land perfectly fine on the ground?
no
Yeah.
idea where Finn is. Or the new
Spider-Man's always been kind of janky like that. It's one of the things I like about him. Some good jank.
Good jank.
Well, you think about it, every time he web swings, he should be ripping his fucking arm off.
Theoretically, yeah.
Depends. The hardest part is actually the outswing. You let go on that part, so I mean, like it kind of like the pendulum part is the problem.
We're still tallying up the damage from Rhino's rampage. Then the bridge is down.
But he is like, you know, superhuman, so if you tried web swinging as a normal person, it wouldn't work too well.
Preferably a prison cell, and hash out their differences in private.
Especially because you don't have web
Far from New
shooters.
York. And I don't just mean Jersey. I'm talking Oregon or even Alaska.
Or organic webs, as in
I could have one peaceful night at home watching the
Yeah, the organic web thing is always kind of weird.
they gave him the organic webs in some of the comics.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not something I've ever been a fan of, personally.
Yeah, it's very odd.
At first, I was a defender of it because the first ever Spider-Man story I encountered was Maguire and the Raimi films. So I was like, oh no, it's supposed to be this way. But then I found out no, it's supposed to be the web shooters, and then I was like, oh, well actually it does kind of make more sense then. When you're trying to be a purist, but the new ideas are just better. Or in this case, I guess the old ideas.
I don't think of something else that's like that.
By the way,
Comic books do a lot of weird shit like that. Oh yeah. I know one that just like that. That's a comic book that I just heard today. There's people that theorize that Nowhere, the giant floating skull city in Marvel, Nowhere's head was originally cut off by Kneale using the symbiote sword. All black. But
all black, the Necro sword.
But in the MCU, they believe, because symbiotes are kind of in that weird wishy-washy state between Sony and Marvel, they believe that it was because of this war that happens between the Spirants, or the Spirals, or whatever the fuck, and the Celestials, which is a weird war that was actually quite recent in the comics, but it was obviously in the past in the comics, but the comics were new. I don't know. It seems very weird.
God damn, that was an interesting conversation. Ooh. In order to solve this issue with two characters fighting, the renegade option was her essentially saying, you can either choose to fall in line or get crushed under my heel, but do not get in my way.
Are you playing Mass Effect?
I am.
That's so fun to be the renegade in Mass Effect.
I'm doing it for the first time, alongside playing as Femshep for the first time, and it is a treat. I'm having a lot of fun.
Have you got to the part with the reporter?
Oh yeah, I decked the fuck out of her.
That's the best part in all 3 games.
That does sound fun.
Because she will remember that.
I think anybody remember getting punched in the face.
I certainly do. I got punched once in the middle of class. The guy did not get in trouble either, because in his defense, I was being annoying. And the teachers kind of recognized that. Well, at the time, I thought I was being, like, jokey and hanging out with my friends. But I should have realized that being on a class project together does not make someone your friend.
Ah, yes, the comeuppance.
Yeah, that was comeuppance for sure.
That's a fun word.
It's not when it's happening to you.
Comeuppance?
Yeah.
Consequential comeuppance.
I also love when you like talk to the machine in this game, Legion, who can actually help you. And when asking it, what do I call you? Yeah. No, I mean you specifically. We are all Geth. What is the individual in front of me called? There is no individual. There are currently 1,139 programs within this facility. And then the ship's computer comes along and says, my name is Legion, for we are many. And so that's what you decide to call it, which is incredibly appropriate.
I thought you said yes, what, like yes with a lisp, and I was like...
Yeah.
I heard Geth. I heard Geth.
Yeah, Geth. That's the name of the hostile machines you come across.
That game had, like, that trilogy had such good, like, writing.
It really did.
I've never been able to get into it, but I haven't played them either, so...
You should definitely give the remaster a try. It was free for PS Plus a couple months back.
I think I got it.
Just be prepared for busy work in the first game. There's a lot of stuff in the first game that's just kind of but then it's got some good story moments, and then Mass Effect 2 just...
Yeah.
The difference between that, the first one and the second one is night and day once they got EA's funding.
If you can get through the first one, I promise you'll love the second one, Skylar.
What's weird for me is I like role-playing a lot more when it's fantasy and not sci-fi. I don't know why. However, whenever it can be sci-fi in a world that I'm making, or me and Kneale have one that I'm kind of adapting for Starfinder, or like something that I actually quite enjoy, sci-fi can be super good, but like sci-fi also has to hit just the right notes for me. Like a few of those things did seem nice. The conversations in Mass Effect do seem really good.
Well, even right here with this,
nice.
well, this conversation with Legion I'm just having, where I ask the question, do Geth have a government? And it says, not as you do. We merely impose a consensus. Governments do that too. Organic governments impose consensus from a single point of view in autocracies by codifying the most broadly acceptable average of views in democracies. So the people who wrote this game know what they're on about.
Skylar would really like Thane.
Oh, absolutely.
Thane's pretty cool, Skylar.
That's a cool name.
But are they fuckable?
I think so. Personally.
Alright, Skyline, that's sounding pretty good for you.
Are they fuckable in-game, though?
No, he's not, unfortunately.
Well, Skylar, that doesn't matter. Porn exists.
I think you can flirt with Thane as a female shepherd, but you can't actually pursue anything. Much like Samara, she's another of probably one of my favorite characters in the series.
Yeah. I played Fimshep once, and I think because of, like, if Skylar ever does play it, I don't want to get into his, like, what Thane has going on, but because of his, like, thing that he has, I think he turns you down, but...
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I played Fimshep.
Well, it's like even before with Samara, when I asked her, like, you want to talk? And she said something along the lines of being happy that you could have an option of dialogue where you say to her, "I'm glad that we're friends," and she actually responds by saying, "Some of the things you've done here have been very full on, and I hope we don't meet after the suicide mission because I will most likely have to do something to you." Also, is someone watching something?
And you were right about clearing
Yes,
my
my
head,
nephew
too.
just walked into the room.
I know what to do about Finn. I gotta see her. Try to talk
How
him out of
dare
all
you
this.
have a nephew?
Where?
How dare you?
Trinity Church. Tomorrow night. Why so interested?
Because you got a target on your back the size of
So chat. These missions are kind of grindy, and I'll admit they're a little annoying. But if you do them, you get what, in my opinion, is probably my favorite suit in the whole game.
You know, you said you never finished this
Sorry,
tape
Neil,
'cause of
could you
how
repeat
things
that?
went bad between you and
Oh, I was just talking about in this game, I'm hoping to get a skin for these missions.
It was
Oh, sweet.
complicated. You were
I
too
think Skylar
similar,
would like Kasumi too.
too different.
Oh yeah, Kasumi is one of my favorites.
Finish the tape. Get all the samples. And you'll hear the whole story.
There's really no bad
Now
ones.
there's an idea.
Alright, thanks, Uncle.
Who's
that guy in the third one, the muscle guy. His name's like Vega or something. I would probably call him the worst companion of the series.
I disagree. I would say Jacob in Mass Effect 2 is the worst companion of the series. I do not like him at all.
Yeah, I think Jacob though, at least like in his loyalty mission, gets like kind of interesting, but he is pretty bland. Or what's her name from the first game? Ashley.
Ashley. Oh,
I always
yeah,
let her
the
die.
xenophobe.
Yeah.
For the record, as a joke, I was about to do that thing where I say a fake name, and I was gonna say Ashley. So I predicted the future there. I didn't say it out loud to prove it, but I did it.
But no, the good characters definitely outweigh the bad for sure. My main issue with a character like James in Mass Effect 3, like Vega, my big issue with him is he kind of feels like he comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because he does. Because I think he was introduced in one of the comics that bridge the gap between Mass Effect 2 and 3. However, if you don't read the comic and just go straight into the game, it's like, who are you?
Yeah, I think in the game, which has been a few months, I played it at the end of last year again. So I play that like every like year and a half ish. I think when he first pops up in Mass Effect 3, like he talks like you do already know him, like they do expect you to. Like he doesn't really get introduced officially.
Because like literally the first conversation is like where he refers to you as Commander, and Shepard is like, "You're not supposed to call me that anymore." That's like, what? When was this a thing? Then again, he is voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr., which is a plus because I like him as a voice actor. Especially because he also voiced Iron Bull in Dragon Age Inquisition, which is one of my favorite characters in that game.
Yeah, Iron Bull is top tier.
I promise.
It's funny to give somebody like him big ol' like workout James Vega.
I'll see you there.
At least she's willing to meet. Okay. Trinity
And then
Church.
they didn't even make him a romance option. The most you can do with him is lay in bed in the Citadel DLC in Mass Effect 3, but only as FemShep. Even though he works in the shuttle bay with like one of the only canon gay characters in the entire series.
It's got a good beat.
Okay.
See, in my opinion, the worst thing they did, just kind of along that same line of using like famous actors as voice actors, is in Andromeda where they had Natalie Dormer play the Doctor, and she was unromanceable. That was a hit for me personally.
And then ironically, they had another Game of Thrones actor play Gil, the mechanic, who once again is a canon gay option, and is actually relatively written well. I've seen people try to romance him as a female character, and the way he tries to, he's not just like, oh, I'm not interested in women. He tries to very subtly state his preference, like, oh, I like playing strip poker, and you can make a flirty remark as like female rider, and he's like, I only play strip poker with guys. Sorry.
Only play it with the boys.
Another kind of like that, minor character, which I'm sorry for you guys, because if it's annoying, just me and him talking Mass Effect.
Oh no, you're fine. Go ahead.
In the original trilogy, just one kind of minor character I think is pretty well written is the Scottish helmsman who's really religious, and she has to reconcile all these aliens in space with her still being religious.
Yeah, she loves science, but she's also massively religious, which is kind of an oxymoron.
Yeah, sounds like that.
But no, I didn't play much of Andromeda. I got to about... It was like a bandit planet, I want to say? Of people who... there's a guy there, I think his name is Reyes. That's where I got up to, and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like playing this game anymore. And I just didn't.
It is definitely, tough to get through.
Let me ask you something, Danny. Do you ever think about
Also, hey gamer, thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
journalistic integrity?
More than some.
Because your campaign against Roxxon is baffling.
Now we get to one of the biggest highlights of Mass Effect 2, where we actually take control of someone that isn't Shepard.
Vigilante who keeps causing problems in Harlem.
What? You twist
Spider-Man,
everything Spider-Man does
Spider-Man.
and malicious while simultaneously excusing everything
I
Roxxon
will
does
eat
wrong.
you, and
All
that's the
Spider-Man
end.
needs for you to support him is to get a better PR department.
It's a shame that Seth Green became an NFT shop.
That's
Oh,
hilarious,
did he?
though. When they did you hear about the thing where he got hacked and he was supposed to have a show on TV about his Bored Ape, but then he got hacked, so he didn't own it anymore?
Yeah. That was the first I ever heard of him being involved in NFTs and whatnot.
That is one of the funniest things to ever happen, I think.
Oh man, that's so disappointing. That's another actor I like who's been bought into that bullshit.
He's in all three
Also-
Mass Effects.
Also, hey Alex and Gamer, I absolutely agree. I like Ken and Gabby, they're fun. And it's time for the Reapers to invade.
You know, the Barbie franchise has really ruined the name Ken for me.
Have you seen the latest trailer for that
Oh,
movie?
I've seen it.
Just middle of the dance number. Hey, do you guys ever think about dying?
That's me.
I was like, what? Are
They
they
turned-
going there?
They turned Barbie into me. Not even kidding. There was this one day we were doing something, and it wasn't like an activity where one would be thinking of
Hi,
death.
Kelly.
I think we were mini golfing, and I was just kind of chilling. And then my date was like, hey, what you thinking about? And I was like, hey, you don't want to know. And she was like, go ahead, try me. And I was like, well, I was just kind of sitting and debating our place in the universe and how, little life kind of matters in the grand scheme of things. You know, so many lives don't get recorded by history and just kind of appear and go. And she was like, why are you thinking about that while playing mini golf? And my response was, oh, I'm always thinking about this. There was no second date.
Oh, I love this. You must reactivate the primary
You
drive in
deserve better
engineering.
anyway.
Something that's been around.
I deserve a woman who thinks about her incoming doom at all times.
Okay, best line in some of the entire games right
fuck is
there.
this?
That water tower.
He's trying to make sure the AI is unshackled so she can actually, jump them to a safe distance away. And she's like, I need you to go into the maintenance area. Really? You want me to crawl through the air ducts again? I enjoy the sight of humans on their knees. That was a joke.
Don't we all? God damn it, why is the audio still blocked? Oh, do I have to shoot the ice? Is that why? Sebs is having audio issues. He'll be back soon.
Yeah, it's subtle, but a good beat.
Things were good back then.
By the way, Sky, I almost forgot to mention it. But my personal theory about what they're gonna do with who decapitated the head of Nowhere, I think they're gonna give that to Galactus.
I figured we all kept secrets about our jobs. But last, your dad's job and mine crossed.
For why?
Just to make him imposing. Like, you kind of have to sell the idea of Galactus to new people. And to be honest, he is kind of goofy.
Creature that eats planets or something?
Yeah, but he's a big, like, giant human-looking man with a big, weird purple helmet that's, like, really pointy and very comic booky. So, like, you kind of gotta sell that a little.
Unless you go by Rides of the Silver Surfer Galactus.
Oh yeah, where he's a big old cloud.
Big purple cloud.
Neil, I was
We've already
say,
had one of those.
Neil, I was
in the
gonna say,
Imperial.
I've seen MODOK in the Avengers video game.
And what is
It doesn't even begin to cover what that monstrosity was.
Yeah, but everybody's turned MODOK into a complete meme though because of that. You gotta make Galactus intimidating. Because if not, it's not Galactus. The whole fear of Galactus is this fucker can eat your planet whenever he wants, and you can't do shit about it. They really need to work towards that, because if they do him right now, it's going to be like, oh, hey, it's me, Galactus. Oh, no, I have indigestion from that planet I made. Womp womp, Thor Love and Thunder humor. It's
also really funny that Galactus was thwarted by 4 people. Technically 5 if you count for Silver Surfer, but
This one was all your dad's idea.
a lot of the times Galactus is like a super threat, but in his first few appearances he was thwarted by like 4 to 5 people.
Mm-hmm. So,
Because he started off as a fan of Fantastic Four villain.
Oh yeah. Real fast.
Oh God, Rain, no! I don't want Shia LaBeouf in anything ever again.
Except for that song.
From me live from Shia LaBeouf.
Quickie's got a knife, it's Shia LaBeouf.
I'm not gonna find it over here.
Looking in the shadows.
If there was a live-action Mass Effect movie, who would you pick to play Joker?
Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf. That is also my answer.
Getting too far away.
I guess.
Persona 5 movie?
To play Joker?
No, there's a character in Mass Effect called Joker. He's the pilot of the Normandy. His actual name is Jeff, but he just has the name Joker. He also has brittle bone disease.
I'm sorry.
Probably something you'd always find here.
I think it's the birds. I think I remember this mission.
No, not trees.
Sure, why not? Cast Chris Pratt.
Why am I even outside right now?
Now I'm just imagining Chris Pratt playing the actual Joker, and that is not working for me. Don't laugh!
Hey, the Joker.
Showtime, Batman!
Pretty sure it's behind me.
Let's go.
Gotham City, here we come.
Birds around here. There's a lot of birds around here.
Dance battle.
Maybe.
I get that we're looking for birds, Miles. I just don't know where the fuck they are. Quit saying, oh, there's a lot of birds around here. Show me the birds.
Oh, you're doing it. Oh, I hated that mission.
Yeah, me too, but it's worth it for the fucking skin I like.
I'm not gonna find it over here.
I scared the birds. I found them and I scared them. Because I'm an individual who's always hurting the things he loves.
Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf.
Okay, here we go.
Jack Blackwell played Legion.
How did Dad record this? Is he a pigeon whisperer?
This was way back.
We are one! You may call us Legion!
Someone dropped the hot dog.
Actually, yeah, sure, that would work.
The place was swarming with pigeons. Dad stopped cold. He said Iron Man?
Why not? Have a musical number with the gap halfway through the
Crawling
show.
all over Manhattan. Like you are now.
Remember the first time they showed me how to sample? Uncle Aaron
I-
had the ear, and Dad had the ear for music.
That Peaches song is becoming the new Everything is Awesome, and I really fucking hate that. Like, the Peaches song is currently the new We Don't Talk About Bruno. And I hate that, because usually when these songs get all popular, it's because they're really well written. This one's just popular because it's funny.
Yeah, the YouTuber, this one
What?
YouTuber I watch, he was extremely critical of that song and pretty much everything to do with the Mario movie. He was just like, this movie is a perfect example of why so many people are loyal towards brand. Like brand recognition. Look at this! It's a scene from this Mario game, and this is a scene from that Mario game, and this is music from this one Mario game. And don't you just love this property? Don't you love Nintendo? Don't you want to keep making us money?
I kind of see it both ways. Like, if you're doing, like, a big movie, you should kind of pay tribute to those things, you know? I think that's what was so good about some of the Marvel movies.
But that's the thing. Something like the Mario Brothers movie, everything I've seen of it just looks incredibly simple. Like,
Yeah.
there's not, it's a very rushed storyline and everything.
I would...
It's just reference after reference after reference after reference, and I just...
Good to see Feast out here. But that sound would drown
I would definitely agree that it's very simple. I don't know if I'd say rushed, though. It's definitely...
Nintendo's developers do, but I have no love for Nintendo. Same. I'm in the same boat. Alright, it's time to pull up a guide for the suicide mission, because... I'm gonna need it.
Is this right? What is it I'm trying to get audio of? Oh, it's
Dang, Get
this.
the romance scene with Shepard and Garrus. Here we go.
I gotta be standing in just the right fucking spot for this one? God damn it. How dare this game make me do effort.
After I started calling myself a cop, met my first client, Ryder.
Okay, another Prowler mission over here. Are there any more near me first? I want to get those. Okay, these are all closer, so let's get them.
Son, neon flags hard to miss. The crowd makes it easy to blend in. He wanted me to steal a painting. I looked across the square, saw your dad.
By the way, I don't know if I said it while I was streaming, but chat. New Spider-Verse is great. Go fucking see it. And I recommend, if you want to see it without spoilers, go see it soon. When this hits the internet, people are going to start spoiling it like crazy, so... For your own safety, see the movie soon. For your own safety, I said. To avoid injury, see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse immediately. Elvish, was that you cocking a gun?
This sound always feels like someone celebrating.
Y'all better get into that theater here soon, or we're gonna take you out of the planet. A sound that tells time. It's a clock, Miles. Jesus. Why'd he go, oh, I wonder what that is? It's a fucking clock. What else is a sound that tells fucking time? There isn't another one.
My movie watching consists of reading plot entries on Wikipedia. You know, I'm kind of similar in a way with certain things. Like the Evil Dead movie, for example, that came out a bit ago. I just read the synopsis on Wikipedia. Because a movie like that I don't really care about that much. I've said before, I don't really understand the concept of actually, like, going into a movie theater and watching a movie with a bunch of other people.
You and Sebastian are in a similar boat in that regard. He doesn't love it either. I kind of like it. I like it when the crowd gets into it.
What?
Like Spider-Verse was a good movie for that. Going to movie theaters with like crowds and shit.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of theater. And since Skylar's not, I can't chat with Skylar.
What? You can't do Sky?
Like, yeah, on the party screen it shows like his mic crossed out, so I might leave and try coming back.
I'm
Wait.
muted.
Oh, you muted? Okay, cool. Glad I didn't do that then. Yeah, my internet crashed.
I meant to say that on stream. I don't know if I did though. By the way, you know how I was like all angry and I was like, it's a clock! What other sound could make time? So it turns out it's actually a bell. So I'm just the dumbass.
Alright, here we go. Final part of the game. We do, Rain, we do. The Elusive Man gets a proper, like, continuation in Mass Effect 3. In fact, he's actually, and this isn't really a spoiler because you find out in the first mission, the Elusive Man is basically the secondary antagonist of the third game. Second only to the Reapers.
So I met him here after. Bought us milkshakes.
So you can't fuck him?
No. But he is the father of Charlie Sheen, so I'm not sure I would even want to. And I'm not kidding, he's voiced by Martin Sheen.
Have you seen Martin Sheen though?
Yes.
I'd let him
not
fuck
my
me.
kind of daddy.
Man, things got complicated between them.
Cerberus, their armor gets like much cooler looking as the game goes on.
Martin, weirdly enough, we can tie this into Spider-Man as well, because in the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, Martin Sheen played Uncle Ben.
Oh yeah, you did too, yeah.
I'd let him teach me about great responsibility. What? Why must you judge me wanting to fuck this man?
Oh yeah, Uncle Ben, tell me how to live my life better!
Yeah, see, you're mocking that, but like, that's my fantasy, and that's my kink, so I'm gonna need you to fuck all the way off with this.
I like that.
Oh yeah, also, you need to buy three things for the,
Nice. I'm.
Okay, this is how much I enjoyed Spider-Verse chat, and Skylar, you're gonna know about this. So when I got home, I enjoyed the movie so much that I was like, you know what? When I do my review of it, I want to dress up. I want to dress up as Spider-Man. So I tried to find that old Spider-Man mask that we used to have and make so many jokes about. The Spider-Man mask that looks like a GIMP mask. Blowjob Spider-Man. But unfortunately, I couldn't locate it. So instead, I grabbed a beanie, cut 2 holes in it, drew a little face on it, and made my own stupid little Spider-Man mask for my own version of Spider-Man. He is called Spider-Derp, and you can see him in my review. He's gonna look stupid because the mask is fucking stupid. It's an awful mask. Like, Skylar, you've seen it. A scale 1 to 10, how stupid is it?
It's pretty stupid.
That's not a number. That's an opinion. Give me a number.
5.
5? That's not stupid enough. Don't give me a 6 now because you're trying to make me feel better. You bitch.
Yeah, like I said, there are 3 upgrades you need to do in this game. One of them is from Tali, one is from Garrus, and I can't remember the third one. If you don't do the upgrades, certain characters and squad members will die in this part of the mission right here. Because the laser will pierce right through the hull and kill one person, That area could have killed Kasumi, and then there's another spot where another character can die as well. But if you have the upgrades, no one will die as you make your way to the collector base.
Nah, getting too far away.
Oh, shit. Well, where the fuck
Also,
is
Alex said 6.5 on the scale.
You haven't seen it, Alice.
Alex.
Oh, Alex, my bad.
They're
You can
just
see how I
assuming it's
misheard.
stupid.
Has to be.
They're
You know
assuming
what?
it's stupider than Skylar made it out to be because they gave you a higher rank than you did.
You know what? You're right. Skylar is nicer. That's the problem. I need to send this to someone who is never nice to me. Sebastian, I'm gonna send you a picture. And you gotta give me... I'm nervous now. Scale 1 to 10, how stupid is this mask? It is sent.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, if you want to follow the person who I am chatting to, you can do so right here at twitch.tv/Dr. Kneale, as he is currently streaming Spider-Man Miles Morales.
I am going to ask one thing before I give you a rating.
Yeah?
What was even the point of cutting eye holes in it if you're going to wear glasses?
You cannot see in that fucking beanie. I tried to just wear it over my head. You cannot fucking see. I wouldn't have even been able to start the review. You can't see shit.
And the sunglasses help that?
The sunglasses don't really, like, add to the vision. But, like, when you're comparing to, like, a shaded view to just the color green...
They don't... No, they don't add to the vision, they add to the visage.
Yeah, they add to the design of Spider-Derp. Without them, he'd be nothing.
I nicknamed him the Emerald Derp.
Yeah, that's gonna be my name when Marvel inevitably sues me.
Well, I will agree with you, Neil. I think both Skylar and Alex, who gave you the 6.5, are both on the low end.
Alright, how dumb you think it
Randy
is?
said, wait, is there a blind Spider-Man?
Daredevil
Probably.
Spider-Man? Maybe, probably somewhere in the Spider-Verse.
Matt Murdock probably is Spider-Man in one of the universes.
I'd be willing to bet it.
That'd be kind of neat.
But Sebastian,
Blind
what
Spidey.
is your rating?
What does your scale go to? It was 10, right?
Yeah, but if you want to go beyond, we'll take that.
I'm going to say it's an
What
easy,
it's like
probably
to go even
10
further
right
beyond.
below. I would say, personally.
Nice. Okay, that's what I'm going for. I wanted it to look awful.
The Devil's Spider.
This is what it's like to go even further beyond.
You know what, Elvish, since you're the only one who hasn't voted now, I'll send it to you too. You deserve to see how stupid I look in this fucking thing. You've earned
When you
that.
look at it, remember, he made a big deal about saying, oh, I got the beanie and I cut out some eye holes in it.
That's right.
Remember
Sebastian,
that when you see the photos.
Sebastian, you cannot see in this beanie if you just put it over your face.
Here's how your dad found out about the problem.
That's why I cut out the eye holes.
No, I understand cutting out the eye holes.
And your dad volunteered for the
Well, fun fact, I actually own 2 beanies of that color. And there was a version where I cut out and gave it, like, proper Spider-Man eyes. And it looked so awful that I viewed it as too awful.
I don't know what I'd do.
At
My
least
whole
this
point has
one
been-
has a
The only
look.
reason Dad cut him
You
off
may as well have not even cut out the eye holes. Like, you can't tell if you're wearing, like, sunglasses.
But you can't see without the eye holes. Are you getting what I'm saying here? Like, you can't... I couldn't do
Aren't you just sitting in
anything.
front of the computer, like,
Yeah,
giving a
I-
review?
Well, yeah, but I have to start it, and if, like, we need to pause or anything, like, I would not be able to see Jack or react to anything he's doing either. By the way, I do
Would
these
not be
reviews
able
with
to
other
see
people.
Jack or do Jack. Or see Jack.
Now, you see, I know you're referencing doing Jack shit, but, like, now I'm imagining me and Jack having a sweet embrace. Love you, Jack, if you ever watch this.
Neil, you look like an uwu version of Anonymous.
I
I
don't...
want to see V with his tongue sticking out wearing those glasses.
I feel like if the mask was white, I'd agree with that.
I want that to be like the new like googly eyes and like sunglass thing where you wear the eyes and the mustache and whatnot. I want that to be the new disguise.
Fun fact that you
sunglasses and make a goofy face.
Well, fun fact that you brought up googly eyes. If I have this idea and I don't know if I'm going to be able to execute it, but I thought about like having a spider on my chest that had just giant googly eyes. If I could make that happen. I don't know how I would put like a spider on my vest, like a spider logo, but I kind of want to.
Alright, here we go. This is the first choice in the suicide mission. Who do you send into the ventilation system to unlock the way into the base? The game gives you quite a few options here, but there are only 3 characters who can go through and survive. And that's Tali, Kasumi, and Legion. But for the sake of unique dialogue in Mass Effect 3, we're gonna pick Tali.
Don't forget to bring the towel.
Tali.
I think
that's one of the characters that I've seen and I do like. I do like Tali. She's pretty cool.
Who's the character with the purple mask? Is that Tali?
That's Tali, yeah.
Yes.
Well, that character's ruined for me now, despite how hot they are. Because every time I hear their name, I'm gonna think of Tali from South Park.
Now we have...
Say Tali.
Who needs to run the second fire team? You need to pick a character who can be good at leading others. There are only 3 choices here. Garrus? Hang on. When picking the second fire team leader, pick Garrus, Jacob, or Miranda. Now for... Oh, okay, there they are. Yeah, so Garrus, Miranda, and Jacob are the only characters who are worthy of, like, leading the second fire team. But, for the sake of my boy, we're gonna give it to Garrus.
Let me give you a couple of love pats.
I'm glad it seems like we both agree Garrus is the best.
Oh, I've romanced him in this game, and I'm gonna keep it going in Mass Effect 3, because I want to get some of that Garussi.
The best move EA ever made was selling a Garrus body pillow.
I'm just sad that he wasn't like a buy option. Even in the 3rd game, when they finally added the fact that male Shepard can have male romances, they just made it 2 human characters.
When the people want to fuck aliens. So, my brother has just responded his reaction to the mask, which is, you know, if you added Shrek ears to that, you'd look like a really derpy Shrek.
Listen while the whole station came alive.
LV face cute. Hey, White Wolf.
So it's clearly one of these fire trucks.
Ooh, that's cool, gamer. That's awesome. Alright,
Has to be the fire alarm. Gotta get close.
Where the hell's the fire alarm? Yo, officers! Is there like a... Oh, is this it? Oh, there we go. It's not a fire alarm, it's more of an engine, but okay.
How your dad got the idea to be a cop. He said, man, you're not uptight enough for that job.
I think the funny thing, and this is probably the last thing I'll say about the suit, the funny thing is Jack is an actual cosplayer and has been posting on Instagram all week on how he's like sewing his own suit, which I think is going to be Spider-Man Noir. He's been kind of hinting at it. And so far it looks pretty good. And I can't wait to see his really incredible cosplay. and then present him with my bullshit bootleg thing I made in an hour.
Are you gonna be like, yeah, I'm doing a costume too?
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I did. I texted him and I was like, hey, you know what? I changed my mind. I will dress up too. I can't wait. I can't wait for him to see how awful it is. Spider derp, don't look at him or your eyes will hurt.
You'll be Wyatt her.
I have finally finished the Prowler mission.
Pretend she's a Quarian if she really doesn't want anyone to see her face.
Spider quirk? Spider quirk. That's what they call him if you're my hero.
That's a good thief.
Academia.
Yay.
Alright, where's my costume? Where's my costume, Uncle whatever your name is? Uncle Aaron.
Sequencer? Sampler? Vintage?
Aaron.
Has to be him and Dad's equipment. He was always way better at
Don't call him Aaron. Don't insult the Prowler.
Aaron.
Maybe I could
Don't
take a
insult
few
the Prowler.
Ow!
It's like don't feed the ducks. Don't insult the Prowler.
Always making upgrades.
That could be a new meme.
Suit patching skills from Uncle Aaron.
Where the fuck is this costume?
I don't know!
Well, learn! And then tell me!
I can't, I'm in a suicide mission.
No, well, in that case, have fun.
I am.
Oh, it's in this locker.
Enjoy your suicide.
I'll enjoy my sui.
Enjoy your sewer slide.
Oh yes, this song we use the sounds to make is just so great. It's so good. Don't get me wrong, Chad, it's not like awful, but like this. Would you listen to this?
Something new every day.
Yeah, Harbinger is actually a bit of a pussy at this point because I've upgraded myself very heavily.
You asked why me and your dad stopped talking. He was investigating the Prowler. It led him to my clients, people like Simon
There's a
Creed,
bird.
Wilson Fisk.
Get to go squaw.
Dad couldn't afford to make enemies like that. Not with you and Rio in the picture. So I told him.
I saw a heron the other day.
He did. Good. Didn't want me around. Didn't want you to turn out like that.
The bird that nests on the little pillar out on my front porch.
Thank you, Uncle Aaron.
Its babies hatched this week.
Oh.
So there's tiny robins.
There was I don't know what kind of bird it is, but there's a bird that had its like babies in a little hatch that's opened up like an open roof tile in my garage, and if you go in the garage you can hear them chirping. So I took the dog out there and she was just like, what the fuck is that? And she just kind of sat down next to where the birds were chirping and just kind of listened. It was really cute.
That was weird. Shepard was locked in facing one direction.
Maybe she's a fan of that music.
She's a fan.
There's got to be a One Direction parody that involves Mass Effect. I know there's one that involves Master Chief.
I thought you were about to say there's got to be a One Direction fan out there.
There's got to be one. We can find one. Even though the band is... One Direction isn't a thing anymore, is it?
No, they broke up a while ago.
I hope so.
They went different directions, separate ways.
Alright, so, if we chose the wrong character, either of those, they would have tried to have locked the door using the, like, machine on the wall, but they wouldn't have had time to do so. And so they try closing the doors manually, and because they're sticking their head right through the door, they get a rocket straight to the face.
My interaction with both One Direction and Justin Bieber was the girl I had a crush on in high school liked them. So I tried to get into them, you know, to be like, oh, we like the same thing. And I just couldn't do it.
Who was it?
Somebody who...
I don't think you actually knew her. So I don't think there's a lot of point in saying it. I have said her name to you before, though. I think you've met her. I don't know. You might have met her in passing. She's not, like, someone that's impacted you.
I knew somebody who was really into Big Time Rush.
I'll give you a hint, Sebastian. Her last name is also, the name of a...
accent.
No. Certainly not. I know who you're hinting at with that. No. Her last name is the same as a gas station in one of the towns we used to live in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never met her.
Of course, my long-lost love, Katie 7-Eleven. Shut up! That's a good joke! I'll kick your ass! I'll fight you right now, Elvish. I will defend that joke. Katie 7-Eleven is hilarious.
The sad thing here is that if you take too long to get to this point after the Normandy is like, you know, if you take too long after the crew has been taken, most of the crew end up getting killed, and Dr. Chuckless will be the only survivor.
Is his name Chakwas?
It's a woman,
Dr.
first
Chuckless.
off.
Oh, my bad.
Women can be doctors.
Not everyone
you know.
is a male, Kneale.
That's not what... I'm gonna murder you both.
Just messing.
That was a hell of a way to tell me you're Spider-Man. What if I'd killed you?
You want me to feel bad because you almost killed me?
I want you to stop lying to me. I let you in
Finn,
the ground because I thought you understood.
You should've...
I do understand.
You attacked my mother's rally. One of us did the worst thing. Yes, I lied to you. You attacked my mother.
This is the only way I can beat him.
One of us is the worst person, and it's not me.
Please.
Alright. Only 2 characters are strong enough to maintain this biotic field. Samara and Jack. If you choose Thane, Miranda, or Jacob, you will get someone killed.
So did I.
For this, once again, much like with Tali, for the sake of unique dialogue,
Why'd you
I'm
pick
choosing
here?
Jack for this.
Dad brought us
Jack's another cool one. I could see Skylar liking her.
to that concert.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's another
What
reason
I've
why
seen of
Sky.
them, I do like them.
Another reason Sky would like them is they voiced Ada Wong in a lot of the Resident Evil products.
Ghana wasn't there. You're thinking of Guinea.
It's the one from RE6.
No, I'm pretty sure
Yes.
it was gone.
Guinea,
I do like
Belize,
her.
Poland,
Good
Cuba.
actor.
Once again, the
South
second
Korea,
fire
Thailand,
team,
Venezuela.
Garrus, Miranda, or
You're right.
Jacob will
I
work just
usually am.
fine. For the second time,
Usually.
or for the second fire team, I'm just going to put Miranda in charge.
What?
Oh shit, I forgot. Rhino comes back.
Alright, now pick, I'll have someone escort you.
And his design is worse.
If you don't send someone with the crew, they will all die. Now, the best character to send with them is Morden. For some reason, Morden is unbelievably difficult to keep alive in the suicide mission, and if you have him escort the people back to the Normandy, it puts him out of all harm's way, so have him escort the crew.
When I played Mass Effect 2 on PS3, Morden was the only one that died, and then when I played through him again on PS4, I'm not ashamed. to admit I did look up how to get everybody to survive. But yeah, he is. It's insane how many ways he can die.
When I first did the game, I think I got 4 characters killed, including Morden and Garrus.
Secure facility.
And it might have been Morden, Garrus, Tali, and Grunt, I think, were my 4 casualties. Because I had no idea, like, who to choose for what to do.
Her name on the patent. He said the only thing you knew how to do was sell other people's ideas.
It's unfortunate that Garrus is even a possibility. I mean, like, it's, like, when you think about Mass Effect 3, like, I can't imagine, like, Morden not being there either. Like, all of them are so, like, necessary for a lot of the story stuff.
But it's very ambitious the way they did it, and they actually implemented it really well.
Are those involuntary defenses? Oh man, that's hard. Is it?
Anybody else here watch Yellow Jackets?
I did not.
I just started watching that, but Kneale, the girl who plays Finn, is in that show. I thought she looked familiar, so I had to look her up. But
oh, that's cool.
That smells like money.
I feel sorry for the woman who played the lead character in that Forspoken game, because she also played the lead role as one of the sisters in the live-action Resident Evil Netflix series.
Oh, so she's had like a hard year.
Yeah. And she's played unlikable characters in both properties.
They need to complete the Trinity and cast her as
Abby.
Abby in Last of Us 2.
I was gonna say put her in the live-action Last Airbender show. Just
That'll work.
You want to guarantee that it'll be bad? Just cast. Which, you know, it's not fair. It's really not fair. Like, I don't blame her. I more blame the writing.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
They were gonna kill you.
I gotta say, this character, God, I just had the actor's name in my head. Troy Baker.
Let's find a way out of here.
The character Troy Baker plays, Simon Krieger. He is so boring in one note. Like, he's so generic.
I agree.
It's crazy. About Roxanne surprises me anymore.
You okay?
Yeah.
Once we're out.
He's just a very nothing character.
Can you check the computer?
Don't get me wrong, Troy Baker does a fine job. And he does say some lines that, like, piss me off. But his whole character is like, oh yeah, I'm cocky and up my own ass. And that's about it.
I know one person who reviewed the game was basically like, and Troy Baker playing himself in the role of Simon Krieger.
Oh, that is such an insult.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I don't like, is like him and Nolan North are the two biggest voice actors for like games and stuff.
Are they still?
For a while.
I know that at one point they were. I would still probably say, I mean, I don't think Nolan North has done anything in a while, but Troy Baker has so much more range, so like
He does.
I feel like he could have done easily a different voice, but they just want him to. That's what Nolan North said. Is a lot of times people just want him to use his same voice.
Agreed, gamer. Agreed. It kind of reminds me of like when BioShock Infinite came out, because 2013 basically propelled Troy Baker into the period of everyone knowing who he was. But it made me think about the woman who played Elizabeth in BioShock Infinite, because she did an amazing job in that game, especially because it was her first time doing like a voice acting role. And I remember thinking, where did she go? Like, after BioShock Infinite, she kind of just disappeared. And I even looked at her Wikipedia page just out of curiosity, because I thought, well, maybe she did more, you know, live action stuff. No. Apparently, after BioShock Infinite, she just wasn't really being contacted for properties until playing the role of Deacon St. John's wife in Days Gone.
That's what I was just about to say. I don't know if you ever played it, but she was in Days Gone.
Yeah.
Which I am an ardent defender of. I love that game.
I do not. I've tried playing that game 2 times, and I stop at the same spot. I can't do it. I can't keep
It's
playing
such
it.
a slow burn, yeah, and it doesn't open up until so late into the game, but...
Yeah. Plus, it's at the point where it feels like it feels like and this is bad. For me, it feels like the game, because the point I get to is when you have, like, Boozer or whatever, and you take him to the camp, where he can get proper medical attention. By that point of the game, I legitimately was thinking, I should be close to the end by now. I feel like this game is about to end. And I knew that wasn't the case, and I just immediately felt really, really worn out.
At that point, I don't even think the full map is opened up. Like, that game is such a slow burn, but I love it.
Here's the thing. I did not... In my memory, I think I've played that game like once or twice. But I watched a lot of it when I was playing... when I was dating Zoe. Because she was super into that game. And just from the outside perspective of watching it, it looked awful and the writing was kind of awful.
That is my favorite game that'll never get a sequel, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a bold statement.
If I had to pick one game to get a sequel, it would be that.
Truly.
Yeah.
And then the creative director of the game came out a bit ago and was just like, oh, the only reason you people didn't buy our game is because you don't like a big, gruff, manly biker who loves slapping his wife on the ass.
Yeah, I do think that some people from that studio who are no longer with the studio should have, like, they took it a lot more personally than they should have, but... There was, because I paid attention to that game. Like, I bought the collector's edition of that, like, on launch. Like, I was excited for that game. There was some controversy when it came out because people that got paid to review the game, like game reviewers, didn't actually finish it. So there was, like, a kind of debate about, like, oh, well, if we're not enjoying it, should we finish it? Which, I'm on the side of, yeah, that's your job. But
I'd
that's
agree.
what, if, like, if that was my game that got canceled and I was no longer with the studio and I didn't care about, like, burning the bridge and I was going to say stuff on Twitter, that's the angle I would have taken. Like, you guys should have finished it, not like, oh, you guys just don't like manly men. But...
I think I'd agree with that. If you didn't finish it, you can't for sure. Like, there are definitely games where, like, you play them and then you quit and you kind of know they're not going to get better, but, like, if you want to review it, you should finish it.
Looks like some kind of record archive. Wonder what's on these computers. Triggering the override. There's a voice memo on here.
Sir, the police are asking about Rhino. What do we tell them?
Our man at the raft is setting up a special work release program.
We tell them that Rhino is now our sex slave, and they can just kind of deal with that.
Can't believe they got away with this.
I mean, Rhino's huge in this game. His penis has to be, like, either really big or really tiny.
Okay, really. Why Tinkerer?
It's a nickname from Rick. When he was teaching me...
Where do you guys weigh in on this?
He'd call me...
Rhino's penis, big or small?
just small.
Yeah, he compensates with the armor.
I like it.
I don't know.
Now, artificial, for pegging purposes, sure.
You talking about the horn?
Might as well.
I feel like you'd die.
Probably wouldn't be very healthy.
I can't see a reality where you do that and it enhances your life.
I can't let them go until I have my new form.
You shouldn't even be here. Your muscle was only supposed to grab the girl.
Yeah, he didn't like that. Here's the deal, bud. Spider-Man's the best.
All right,
leverage
final
I got
assault.
against
Here we
Miss
go.
Mason. I mean, you caught them together. Well, I mean, you caught them, but it was thanks to your intel. So clearly, there's something going on there.
You agreed to leave the kid alone.
Uncle Aaron?
Ah, the kid. I love how you say that. It's just so paternal.
Let Spider-Man
Okay, that's one good line from Krieger.
feed you underground intel.
Prowler was saying we had a deal. You said you wouldn't hurt the kid. And then Krieger was like, oh, I love how you say that. So paternal. Kind of implying like, oh, he knows that they're related and he's slowly putting together what the situation is between Spider-Man and Prowler. That's neat. I like that line. One good line.
You're a wanted thief. Plus all the jobs we've done together.
It is kind of sus,
In the cell right next to
because
mine.
Prowler is not necessarily a good guy, and then he's coming out of nowhere just trying to stop
So
the quote-unquote
we're
bad
gonna head in and
guys.
check on Miss Mason and
Well,
Spider-Man.
I have found that, like, outside of the comics, it seems like they want Prowler to be more of, like, a bad guy who loves Miles. Like, he's doing bad things, but not to Miles. Where in the comics, he straight up tries to kill him.
Yeah, I have a murderous uncle in my hero's story.
Don't we all?
I can't believe this.
I wish less of us did. That would have made DMing much easier for me. You remember that shit, Sky? So, I used to DM a superhero campaign for, like, me and my buddies. Sky was in it. And the problem I immediately came to was, oh, all of the players want to kill my supervillains. Like, I would introduce these characters, and instead of trying to arrest them, everyone would try to murder them. Because, you know, we're the good guys.
Hey there.
Well, I think it's cool to have some
a giant
heroes that
human
kill.
reaper.
Damn right we are.
We are all giant human reapers?
Gotta be attached to a generator.
Oh, there's the gen. Okay. I do like how Finn was like, you know that guy? And Miles was like, no, but in my run, I'm wearing a suit that looks exactly like Prowler's. No, I don't know him. He's not my tailor. He copied my style. Why would I associate with such a man?
Deadpool and Spider-Man say they look alike, but they're like two completely different dudes.
Or it's like how Gwenpool looks like Deadpool, even though she has nothing to do with Deadpool. Like, she doesn't even like him.
And sometimes she hangs out with him, but like, it's mostly to like fight him.
Why do you know all this shit about superheroes, Miles? These are people who exist in our world. Why do you know these things? Shut up, Finn! Shut the fuck up!
It's Gwenpool. She does the same. It's not like a thing only I do.
Is that useful?
I like comic books, Finn. Oh wait, I have to do that.
Like all
Oh
this
shit.
stuff about like machines or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna call you out.
How dare you have hobbies and then judge my hobbies? Oh, here we go, I see.
Deflecting is the ultimate defense. Fucking Aikido.
That or he could get, like, the nerd defense of being like, you just understand. You don't understand. Comic books don't mean as much to you as they do to me. Or something like that.
What's funny is Miles and Gwenpool actually do hang out and do talk about comics.
Don't they hate each other? At least in the Unbelievable line,
They've talked about comics before, but yes, he hates her because she's always like, I'm just gonna kill this motherfucker. Because she's like, I know there's no consequences.
Yeah, because it's all a comic book to her at first.
Fan! Hello, gorgeous.
Gwenpool's a fun character.
good.
Alright, there we go. Gwenpool is one of my favorite comic books ever written. Unbelievable Gwenpool.
The early Gwenpool stuff is the best.
Oh yeah. I hope those rumors about her being in Deadpool 3 are true. If not, I'm pretty confident the MCU will bring her in eventually.
Did you hear the thing that's apparently happening with Deadpool 2?
Yeah, about Ryan Reynolds not being able to improv this time.
I don't
I mean, I wonder if he helped with the script at all. It sucks, but like, the writer's strike is important. These are kind of just some of the losses we gotta take.
How you doing today, Finn?
That's our way
Oh,
out.
also, Jack
Give me a few
Shepard,
minutes
thank
to
you
get
for
it
the
open.
follow. 3 minutes ago. I'm so sorry, I just saw that. I've been
only one
a little
exit.
preoccupied, just making sure
Alright.
I'm keeping
I'll take care of
characters
those
alive.
guards. You get that door open.
Doing okay? Good to hear.
One thing,
I almost
did you
ran
ever
straight
think
into a
about
mine.
calling me to tell me you were Spider-Man?
Finn, get over the whole me being Spider-Man betrayal thingy.
After my
You
parents-
attacked
really
my mom's pep rally.
I thought I'd miss having a brother, but
It's just she really keeps going at him with it, and the whole time I'm like, you're the reason my mother's wrist is broken.
And not even just like a broken wrist, which is like kind of superficial. She wants to blow up like a city block.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Neil's playing Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Like the whole time she's like, did you even think about telling me you were Spider-Man? Did you ever consider it? When Miles straight up ripped off his mask, like it wasn't like, oh, she ripped it off and saw. He took it off. He chose to tell her.
You clear the floor. I'll work on overriding security so we can get out. I can still access machinery if you need me to move anything.
She was always this easy.
Die.
You good in there?
Yeah,
Die.
They're holding the door. Whole base is on alert though, so be careful.
You see, Spider-Man's not a killer, but me playing as Spider-Man absolutely is a killer.
That's like how with our Batman playthrough.
Yeah.
Batman not a killer, but Bruce Wayne definitely a killer.
Yeah, Batman has rules. Bruce Wayne does not.
Finn, what's the huh for? I'm confused.
I love that dichotomy.
Alfred, when I wear this mask, I am a symbol, and I must protect the
I am a
world.
different
Without the mask, I am a cold-blooded killer. Bat, 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 bat.
When I take it off,
Oh, that's not where that guy was standing.
I am a weapon.
I am the judge and the jury.
But not at the same time.
Well, kind of at the same time.
I'm getting shot
You're right. I
at.
don't.
What can I do to change that?
Stop going behind my back. And stop acting like I haven't thought this
Turn
through.
this off.
God
No one will get
damn
hurt
it,
when I take
Finn.
my claws out. No one
I-
except Roxxon. You know they deserve it.
Oh, I see. No. He's saying Finn, as in like the character Finn.
Oh, Fenris. There's a character in this game named Finn.
You need to start.
I'm not mad at you.
Then I'm gonna have to stop you. You need to start accepting that.
Also, Sebastian, I don't think she knows that it's gonna blow up a city block. At least she doesn't seem to.
Well, still, she wants to blow up like a big building then.
Yeah. Well, she said, I'm only gonna hurt Roxxon. Which, yeah, that's still gonna kill a lot of people, but, like, these people killed her brother, so I could see, like, where she's drunk off, like, revenge with that. With the whole attacking my mom's pep rally thing, like, what the fuck? Like, you did a bad thing. Quit getting mad at me.
It's kind of... I get that they tried to make her a sympathetic villain, which I think, like, I don't think she's a bad character. Like, when you were saying that the other day, I don't think she's a bad character. But the whole thing of, like, oh, I'm gonna take my revenge while we're building New York City, that's not a very sympathetic villain.
I mean, that's right.
I mean, if it's a building that is empty, and you're just targeting the corporation and not the people, then I don't see a problem with that.
I mean, that's fair too. That's a good point.
On one hand, I agree. But...
on the other, everyone is a big doo-doo head. Finn, do the bullshit! Finn, that is not the bullshit I needed! I feel so bad for Finn. He probably... Fenris. They probably thought I was just being really mean to them.
Yeah, just hearing someone being like, Finn! And he's just like, what? What's up?
I will say that Finn as a character is much better than Krieger is. I don't know, I just don't like her. She bugs me. She's not a bad character, but like... yeah. She gets on my nerves. Can I take your shield? Give me your shield.
Yes, we did it. We got through the suicide mission with no casualties.
If you want, I can change that.
No friendly casualties.
I mean, duh, we killed a ton of bitches.
No allied casualties.
Skylar, bad people don't count as people.
I'll find another way.
They're not casualties.
They're not people.
They're it's a good word for a non-casualty, for a bad guy casualty.
A happy accident.
A badulty.
What if
A bad casualty.
I see, I was going down this path with you, but now I can't. You've brought it into puns. I will always love it in video games where I just walk into a big open area. I just know, boss fight. It's gonna be a boss fight.
Also, if all of your characters are dead, and you don't have at least 2 squad mates left alive, Shepard can die in this suicide mission as well.
I know this place.
But they bring him back to put him on trial.
That's why in the loading screen it'll tell you things like, if you import your save to Mass Effect 3, if you survive.
All the current new from Project Data's on here.
Chad, I'm gonna run to the restroom during this cutscene. Hopefully I don't die.
There's names on everything. This would destroy Roxxon.
I'm not watching his stream, but it'd be really funny if he died.
You like my new color? Immune to your little zappy pops.
Zappy Pops? Come on, man.
Now, we finish this!
I'm back, I'm back. Oh, the cutscene's not over.
Jesus. Relax.
I got worried. I heard Sebastian say the shit of, oh, it'd be really funny if he died.
Also, hey, Riot.
I was set up for failure and I denied it. So yeah, chat, we get to fight Rhino again. Only this time it's in a new setting. And you get to jump on his back and shit. Could you jump on his back in the first game? I don't know if you could.
Oh, right. Mwah! That's from Fed. Oh.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
You cannot survive this.
Okay. The new form does not appear to be damaging him. Not the new form, but my zappy shit. I guess I just need to hit him.
I love that. Don't try to, you know, wield power you can't control. And the Elusive Man is like, don't try to... don't presume that you know me or what I will do. Even though that's totally what I'm going to do in Mass Effect 3.
Oh, he has to be sneaky. He's got to be cryptic. He's got to throw you off.
But he's not. He's one of the biggest megalomaniacal characters in the series. In fact, the merciful thing at the end of the series is basically trying to convince him he needs to kill himself.
Maybe if I charge the engine.
To literally just be like, you're being controlled by the Reapers, but you can still, like, go out of this your own way, and he's like, you're right. Bang. Pretty much the same thing you do with Sarah in the first game.
I'm not gonna kill the guy.
It's a risky tactic. When it works, it works.
And that is why you will lose.
Now time for one of the best endings / cliffhangers there could ever be.
Oh, you're watching Empire Strikes Back?
Nah, the end of Mass Effect 2 is where everyone is ready for the Reaper invasion, and then it shows from dark space the billions upon trillions of Reaper ships right about to reach the Milky Way, setting everything in motion for Mass Effect 3.
Making progress. His armor's wearing down.
That was great. I love the end of this game. It's a fantastic ending.
Ow. Let me beat your ass! I beat his ass. Not Rhino, another guy. I had to beat him up so I can beat up Rhino.
So it's time to have a little chat.
Drops on armor's disabled. You're up. On it. Zappy Pops, big guy.
I do not.
Oh shit. You stunned me, bitch! Oh yeah, the webs don't do shit to Rhino. Rhino's throwing shit at me as a web swing around it, trying to zap him with my shit and take him to the ground. He's kicking my ass right now. He's mad at me for engaging the Megalovania. Yeah, kinda dickish, honestly. Me and Toby Fox will live happily together, though. God damn it, you and your fucking red shit! Zapping away my orange shit, and now I'm dead.
Ready for some Zappy Pops, big guy?
I do hope if Rhino pops up in the next game, they give him a slight redesign. Don't get me wrong, I don't think he's bad, but like, I don't really like that you can see his like skin like his actual abs. I feel like they could spruce him up a little, fine-tune this design a bit.
I think I will, Rain. I think I do feel in the mood to start up Mass Effect 3. I might as well. I've still got, like, a decent chunk of time. We can knock out the opening of the third game.
Do it, pussy. Do it.
I can hit him with venom now.
I'm going.
I dare you to do it. You won't do it.
I'm gonna do it though.
I don't know why. Pussy is like one of my favorite swear words now. Maybe because I used to not say it at all, and now I say it pretty frequently.
Let's see how well your character transfers to it. Yeah, I'm curious to see like how she goes into it.
Oh yeah, I can still do this to him.
Well, it's a long shot.
Sweet via Leslie, you ready for it now?
God damn it, Rhino, you big old piece of shit.
Big old mega dick.
The amount... That's the thing with Rhino. Whenever he shows up in a video game, it's like seeing an old asshole bully you used to fight. Because, like, I've played a lot of Spider-Man games, and so many of those fuckers have Rhino in it.
Femshep is Canon Shepard. I'm not surprised. It explains why, what's her face? Jennifer Hale just sounds a lot better than Mark Meer in the role. No different to Cassandra versus Alexios in Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Wait. Just make sure he doesn't do anything.
So chat, this scene is a little strange. Because right here, Finn's going to hang out with Rhino for a little bit while we do some computer stuff. Which, first of all, is stupid of Miles to let happen. But here, watch the scene with Finn and Rhino.
Shut up.
Don't look so good. it's perfect. It immediately lets you know like what you're about to deal with in this game.
Tried to supercharge it to make his deadline. If Finn goes through with her plan, oh my god.
Yeah, so this is where Miles finds out she's gonna blow up Harlem. Yeah, so right here...
Go to hell.
Is she killing Rhino right now? Did she just kill him? Because she, like, stabs him, he screams, and then we punch her through a wall, and now we don't see Rhino again. Is he dead?
He dead?
It's unclear, he might be.
No one dies in a Spider-Man game.
Are you dead?
I mean, Uncle Ben certainly did.
Yeah, it's like the one canon death.
That's the one constant.
Yeah, pretty much. Except
Well,
for that one where he did survive, and we get, what was his name? The fucking...
Oh yeah, where him and like...
Amazing Spider or some shit, where
Yeah.
where they trap other Spider-Men to steal their powers to make them even stronger.
Yeah, isn't there one where Uncle...
Point where he's Spider-Man and just shoots people?
Well, that does kind of happen, only I don't think he shoots people. He has like a little kid version of Peter, who I think he calls him Petey, and it's kind of like a Last of Us situation.
Alright, here we go. Saved the Rachni Queen, rescued Caden, chose to save the Council, saved the Malin's data, kept Rex alive, chose to destroy the Geth heretics, left the Collector base to Cerberus, Survived the suicide mission with 12 squad mates. Did not romance anyone in Mass Effect 1, and then romanced Garrus in Mass Effect 2. Alright,
Nice.
let's do it.
That was you chasing her through the city.
Because even though I've been doing a Renegade playthrough of this game... Oh my god, why does she look so normal?
Why didn't you tell me about any of this?
Wow, she actually...
Those talks we had?
She looks really
How to keep
normal in
yourself
this,
safe?
somehow.
But this...
Oh, I remember that game. I remember playing those Spider-Man games.
And the other Spider-Man's gone. I just keep making things worse
and
worse.
Spider-Man on the PS1. So wait, I'm a Rhino, you're a Scorpion, and he's an Octopus. What's a Mysterio?
There's nothing you could ever do or ever be that would make me stop loving you. You give me strength, Miles. That's all a hero really is. Someone who's brave for the people they love.
I think that's one of my favorite things about Spider-Man No Way Home. It's basically just a whole movie of villains hanging out with each other.
And Teo's gonna help us go door to door.
Perfect. Let's get this evacuation started.
One hero hanging out with all of him.
You remind me more of
Yeah, Peter's there too, but it's really cool when you get the dialogue of, like, Doc Ock gets to talk to Green Goblin. Oh, Sandman's talking to Electro. Like, you don't see that a lot in movies. You don't see a lot of the villains getting to shoot the shit, and that's by far one of my favorite things about No Way Home.
It was a really good movie.
Alright, let's
One of my favorites.
I'm telling people in Harlem they need to evacuate before me and your mom go door to door.
Okay, cool.
You get perks from doing stuff in the other games? Yes, you do.
Are you?
Hey, I could use your help
Okay,
before
that
you
was
go.
dumb.
For example, I had the
I wanna
max
cross-reference
level of
underground
credits
activity
you
with
can
buildings
get
that can
in
store
Mass
new
Effect
form.
1,
Maybe
and
you
if
could
you
hack
get like a
Oscorp
massive
surveillance
amount of
towers,
credits in the
or
first
I don't know.
game, you start
It'll
Mass
take a
Effect
while to
2
narrow down.
with 100,000
Thanks, man.
credits from the get-go. So playing them all in a row, like one after another, can lead to really, really positive outcomes for you. I remember way back when in 2012, I watched my brother play this, where my mum and I went up to visit him
Got some time while Genki tracks
where
down
he was
Sam.
living at the time,
I should check the app.
and he had literally
people need help.
just started Mass Effect 3, so I got to watch all of this opening portion, and it was really cool.
Oh, no new side quest opened up to me. Okay. Well, I got nothing to do then, because I did all the side quests, so I guess I'll just swing around till they decide to give me the main mission.
I did that too!
Well, I didn't do the Spider-Man training ones, just because they bug me. So I guess I could do those, but they're kind of boring.
You say nice because of the bug pun.
I was gonna say something.
The unintentional bug pun.
Oh wow,
I hate
she looks
you all.
great! Damn! What is it about female characters transitioning to, like, each game? Why does it look so much better than male characters? I don't get it. Also, her scars are gone for some reason.
Hey, leave him alone.
Man's world.
Oh my god, gamer, that sounds awesome.
Whoa, shit! What? Okay, I didn't know this game had that much detail. So, a guy was firing his gun at me, and I was standing next to another grunt, and I guess the bullets hit the grunt because blood started coming out of his back. That is intense detail. I didn't know the thugs in this game could get shot.
My issue with most male designs is they either go overly muscular or too thin. Yeah, it's very rare you'll actually have the chance to make a character with a diverse, like, body type. Hell, even Fallout 4 kind of allows you to do that. They can allow you to make a character who's like overweight if you want it.
That's my problem with the animated Justice League show. All the dudes look really similar, like they all have the same buff build.
Whoa. It's like she picked it to get back at you. Maybe she did.
I have seen some good videos with James Baker here, though, I must say. Yeah, there was a video I saw of him getting dominated by a Reaper tentacle machine. That was fun.
I'll take the new form. Destroy it if I have to.
One in the front, one in the back. Just very, very nice.
None in the mouth?
Yes, that's what I meant by the front.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Through his chest and...
I forgot men only have 2 holes. Which is very concerning, because, you know...
Technically we do have 3, but...
Yeah, we got urethra. And ear holes. Technically we got a few extra holes. Ladies and gentlemen, my favorite boss fight in the whole game is about to happen. I'm about to fight Prowler.
Let Krieger and the Tinkerer kill each other. Go back to being Spider-Man.
We have 3 if you're brave. I still remember that episode of Family Guy where they were trying to teach safe sex, and
you gotta survive.
they were getting like a Christian guy to come in and try to teach the kids that the way to do things is not with condoms, but by abstaining from sex altogether, or by doing it in the ear. Because if you do it in the ear, you're not going to, like, make God angry. And if I remember correctly, there's a line at the end where they're like, if you have sex before marriage, you're automatically a member of Al-Qaeda.
And I'm not gonna let people die. Just
That reminds me of a song me and Skylar heard, like, on the way to Comic-Con. What was it called? Fuck me in the ass because I love Jesus or something?
Yeah, that one.
Don't fight me on this.
I don't want to, but I can't stay down here.
No, not at all, Rain. I agree, Fen. I've never been a fan of the art direction and stuff like that of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've never found it interesting to look at. It kind of hurts my eyes a little.
Yeah, it's a little weird. That's why I didn't really pay that much attention to today's trophy episode, because it was them redoing Legend of Zelda and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style. Like, cool. Stuff I don't care about.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about every episode they do about anime.
Oh god damn it. Fenris! Like, damn, that's cool. Thank you for gifting a sub to Cure and Caustic. Thank you so much.
Hey!
I actually quite like Critical Role's Pride shirt this year. Pretty neat.
Oh, me too! I actually saw that. I think, like, even outside of Pride altogether, it's just a cool shirt. But also, I do like the rainbow.
This is so good. They did a great job with this. I love the opening of Mass Effect 2, but this game, like, ooh, it's so good.
Ow! My uncle just fucking sucker punched me. Oh, now he's throwing me against the wall. Uncle Aaron, stop! It's almost Christmas.
All the better to ruin your Christmas with.
The furries are attacking. They're yiffing everyone consensually.
Terrible, but also.
If it's consensual, is it an attack though?
Fen, don't even joke about something like that, dude. Seriously. Please save your money.
Your tech can't keep up with mine.
Come on.
You know, I've actually had the same thought. If I ever were to get a large amount of money or whatever, the first thing I'm focusing on primarily is trying to give back to every one of the people here who have, like, just been amazing people in my life.
That's my thought
to that
too.
point, I'm taking care of every single one of you.
Oh yeah, that's that. I've discussed it before with my brother, like, because my brother really doesn't like money, and he's like, if I ever win the lottery, I think I'm getting rid of all of it. And I was like, nah, man, we gotta at least make it where the people we care about don't have to like deal with the bullshit, you know?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Ray. And that is funny, gamer. Also, let's look down to see what the character models look like who are running away from all this.
I'm done proving myself to you.
Hang on.
Fight my hologram, Zunk. Yeah, that's right. There's 3 of us now, bitch. Oh, Jesus! This is the part where it starts getting really cool.
Look at those character models
Damn it.
running away.
You don't realize I'm the only one trying to save you.
And I'm trying to save everyone else.
Oh, Rain, you can't fall in this situation. It's very scripted.
Come on. Hit me again. Here we go. This is when shit gets real. Where are you, Uncle Aaron? Oh no, he's over there! Ow!
Zombies idle run. It might be.
For all we know, Prowler might exist in the MCU currently.
He does. In Homecoming, he has a cameo.
Oh, I've got double
I know the
Omniblade.
character does, but we don't know if he's actually the Prowler.
I mean, that's true.
He just laughs like, he just basically like, really? Stuck to the hood of the car.
I'm used to there only being one Omniblade. And funnily enough, my brother, when he... So I think he pre-ordered this game, he actually got a blow-up Omniblade. So you could blow it up with air and then attach it to your wrist. And it was like a proper, like, almost balloon type thing.
I didn't think you were gonna say something about a blade. You said blow-ups and then I went somewhere else.
Dynamite.
Given the stories about your brother, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
God, this fight is cool. Oh, chat, the thing I really like, this area is open enough, you can just straight up swing around during this boss fight, and he'll keep shooting at you, and you can keep dodging.
Shepard and the Normandy were ready, but after the events of Mass Effect 2, Shepard was grounded and they took the Normandy away. And so no matter how many people they told that the Reapers were coming, they didn't do anything about it. Until they started getting scans on their radar telling them that something big was coming their way. And now, every other character has to play catch up.
Throw yourself at enemies you can't beat. Know who else did that?
Don't say his name.
But I can beat you, Uncle Aaron, because you're not strong enough to beat me. You're a weak boy. Oh, phase 3! Again, solid boss fight here. Can't compliment it enough. Top notch. Exactly what you want from a character like Prowler. So cool.
So the reason why he's saying talk to the council is because, due to the fact that it seems like Earth is one of the places that was hit first, they're essentially saying, we need the help of the Turians, the Solarians, we need every race possible if we're going to win this war.
If that's what it takes.
Look.
Which one's the real
Oh.
deal?
Shit!
Man, please, don't do this. Throw your life away.
I'll do what I have to. Just like you.
God, I have such a big smile on my face. I love me a good fight. In video games, not real life.
I love a good fight.
Oh, speaking of that, I don't think I've told this story on stream yet. I got threatened by a child the other day. Did I tell you guys about that?
You sent me a Discord message about it.
Yeah, because I was excited to talk about it on stream. It was funny. So there was this kid, about 16 years old, and the thing that was really funny about him is he had a sidekick. He was giving off real bulk and skull energy. He had this, like, shorter kid who had a BB gun, and he gave him orders with this BB gun. Like, I can't make this shit up. Legitimately, he was like, fire, and he was like, no, hold off. Like, I was watching him for a little bit as they were walking up to me. So, because of that, because he had, like, a little sidekick whose voice was kind of high-pitched in comparison to his, I started calling them Gaston and LeFou, which is what I will call them for the rest of this story. So, Gaston and LeFou approach me, and I'm just waiting for the bus. I'm just doing normal Kneale stuff. I'm not doing anything. And they shoot me with this BB gun. Now, it doesn't hurt. So I just kind of yell back. I decide I'll play around. I yell back, oh, you got me, I'm dead. And I thought that would be the end of it. I'd wait for my bus and then I'd leave. I put my headphones on, I kind of just chilled out and accepted that that happened. And then, I hear this voice say, take off your headphones. So I do. And then, this kid looks at me and says, what'd you say to me, punk? And I was like, I said, you got me, I'm dead. And he was like, what? And I was like, you shot me, I'm dead now. And he was like, you want to run the nines? And that phrase is something I have never heard in my goddamn life. By the way, I should also mention, I kind of left this out. Once I, like, turned away after being shot with the BB gun and looked back, he had a gang of children around him, of all different ages. Some of them looked a little older than him, some of them looked a little younger, some of them were on bikes. And one of them said, dude, that's a 25-year-old man, what are you doing? Well, he didn't say 25-year-old, but he said, that's a grown-ass man, what are you doing? So he looks at me and says, do you want to run the nines? And I didn't know what that meant. So I looked to one of the other kids in his gang and I said, can you explain this? Do you know what that means? And he said, it means he wants to fight. So I looked back and said, no, I don't want to fight. And he said, that's right, shoot him again. And then the kid shot me with a BB gun again, and then they left. And that was kind of it. Once again, though, like, this younger kid who, like, once again, his voice was higher pitch. It was very LeFou energy. He just followed his orders. And it was really kind of adorable. And I didn't want to laugh in the moment. Because, like, you know, there were a lot of kids there. And honestly, like, while I found it funny, it was also a little freaky to have this kid who, like, wasn't that strong, but, like, was actively threatening me there. But in the end, it was funny, and when I finally got to BioLife after I got on the bus, I made everybody laugh because I was telling that story. So the moral of the story, kids, is don't be a LeFou.
It kind of reminds me of several years ago, back in 2015, when I was having my final day doing a thing at a community garden for a thing with agriculture. and it was a thing for the government, yada yada yada. It was my final day, so I'm outside. It's lunch, so I've had my lunch, I'm just sitting there, and I was just sort of lying on the grass with a book on my face, just enjoying the heat of the sun, and I hear a voice, and I take the book off my face, and I look around, and I see these 3 kids who couldn't have been any more than 11, 12, and the lead one is like, "Oi, what's going on here? What are you doing here?" It's a certificate in agriculture, and it's my final day. "Oh, cool. Give me what you got in your backpack." No, I'm not going to do that. "Oh, come on, give us what you got. Why are you holding out on us?" "There's nothing in my backpack you'd even want, so I'm not giving it to you." "Okay, alright, calm down." And then I turn around, because they start to walk away, and I turn around, I put my book and everything back in the backpack, zip it up, and as I'm standing up to put the backpack on my back, a rock flies past my head. And then I hear those kids laughing, and I just thought, walk away. Final day, I won't ever, hopefully, have anything to do with those kids ever again.
And then Elvish got a vasectomy. Just in case it was even possible. That way there would be no chance.
Music in this game. It's so good.
Give yourself away.
For anyone wondering what this piece of music is, it's called Leaving Earth. And it's really good.
I do want to bring up, Elvish, something weird about the story you told is that there was a lead kid in yours too. Like,
yep.
Do kids just have a hierarchy like that?
Natural.
We
One
didn't
kid's always
do
gonna
that.
be the alpha.
We didn't really do that though. Like, our group of friends didn't really have a leader.
Yeah, but we weren't a...
You weren't like trying to mug
I was gonna say
people.
that's because you were a pack of beta cucks. As the kids would say.
You're damn right.
Don't have pride for it. I don't have pride for it.
It is true, but
we're not beta cucks.
Well, to be fair, that's probably what a beta cuck would say.
What would a beta cuck say to deny being a beta cuck?
I don't know. I'm not the one to ask.
Well, I don't know either, because I'm not a beta cuck, you see. There it is. That's the defense.
I do like how when you were telling your story, though, Elvish, when you were doing the voice for the kids, you got more Australian. Like you didn't even.
I know. It's because I'm
thicker
emulating.
accent.
It's because I'm emulating the standard Aussie accent that you'll come across from dumbasses here. Like, you will constantly come across people. Like, I literally just a few weeks ago was going for a walk around the corner, and then I was coming back because I thought, okay, it's getting a little dark, so I'm just gonna head home. And this guy across the road is like, "Excuse me, do you have the time?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, mate, I don't have a watch on me." "Oh, okay." And then
Classic.
I kept walking along, and he was just walking his own way. "I don't fucking care about the fucking time! You think I care about the time? I don't fucking care!" And I'm just like, okay, I'm leaving.
Being family isn't enough anymore.
Doesn't have to be like this.
I don't know what the last quote is.
That's how it happened between me and your dad. I don't want to repeat that.
I don't either.
God, I love this dialogue too.
I can't turn my back
Oh,
on
that
you.
one. That one right there, Fen. I think that's the most recent.
Better than that.
The ending of this game is one of the few that has actually made me cry. That's fair.
Genki, my uncle just kidnapped me. Locked me up. What? Dude.
But yeah, the moral of the story is humanity is a pox, and we're better off we're better off being annihilated.
Sorry.
Stop having
It's
kids.
ironic saying this game, but you know.
It's what I had to do.
Oh, I thought that was. I thought you were saying the moral of our stories. The
No,
kid
no.
bullying stories.
Good luck.
luck, Spider.
I literally today, when I was coming home from like uptown, this house around the corner was blaring music, and I did have a mental moment of myself gaining some sort of abilities and just standing across from the house, keeping the entire group of people contained within and just allowing the house to burn to the ground.
Leave a message and I'll listen.
I'm not going to do that, obviously,
It's Miles.
but it was a nice daydream.
I know I'm the last person you want to talk to right now, but you need to listen. Krieger updated the specs on the reactor.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Into it,
We'll stop your arson, Elvish Spider-Man.
Please hang up.
I'll call her later.
You can't do anything now, Spider-Man.
Water. Water stops arson.
But he can't like conjure water. If he's like out in the country and there's
Sure
no
he
like,
can.
fire hydrant, what's he gonna do?
Call Aquaman.
Just do that opening from Spider-Man 3 where he flops onto the ground. I'm going to die!
Or I guess Namor. Call Namor. Can Namor manipulate water? Is that a thing he can do? Because if he can't, Namor might be lamer than Aquaman.
Thank you for the hydrate, Rain.
What'd you say, Sky?
A concerned citizen
Nobody
reported
can
a car
fly.
chase. I'll ping it for you.
Well, that's dumb.
So he's really just a good swimmer and he can fly.
He's super strong.
Well, in the movies, he also has like water grenades, which are surprisingly effective.
They have those too.
You know what that's called, Neil?
What?
A water balloon.
I mean, these are really effective water balloons. Then, have you seen Wakanda Forever?
No.
I think it's cool. I think they make it work.
I want to take a moment to say that because I was level 30 in Mass Effect 2, I've transitioned to Mass Effect 3 at level 31 with 62 level up points.
Well, those early levels are going to be a breeze.
I actually forgot that this happened.
What time it be? Because at about 6:30, I gotta leave.
Hey, not cool.
Oh, it's 6:20 now. So yeah, chat. Which I didn't actually have a chat this entire stream, but thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you in the next episode. And remember, you probably shouldn't try to eat the sun. It's probably not going to end well for you, even if you can do it. See ya.
Interesting advice.
Well, it's good advice. You shouldn't do it.